Alright guys, sorry the videos are a little late today, this little red panda slipped in. But yeah, let's jump into it and let's talk about the mainstream media having a freaking meltdown right about now. So, maybe some of you might remember a few days ago, Trump touted this whole hydrocloxine, whatever it may be. I can't pronounce things. Yeah, it's alright. It's a thing. But yeah, he touted this drug as a possible treatment for the beer bug. Now, it was this drug mixed with another drug, and there was already FDA approval for the malaria treatment, and Trump was like, hey, this stuff might actually help with beer bug. And subsequently, we had the mainstream media lose their mind. You know, there was the story about the guy who went and drank the fish cleaner because it had the same sort of chemical in it, which wasn't the same chemical at all, and the media was trying to blame Trump for him for that. And there was this whole campaign to sort of shut down this discussion about this hydrochlorine, whatever it may be. So, for example, here we have Dakota calling for a ban of sale of it without prescriptions. Well, it's a prescription drug anyway, so why would you get it? Nevada governor bans malaria drug for beer bug patients. We have Indiana bans export of recommended beer bug hydrocloxine use here. You know, there's like a whole bunch of states literally banned to sort of shut down the sale of this, to shut down the trading of this drug because Orange Man bad. Now, this happened on the 24th, 25th. This is like the day after Trump had gone through and touted this hydrocloxine as possible cure. But he didn't really say cure. He said it was a treatment, but regardless. But here on the 28th, Trump touted hydrocloxine as a cure. It's not true. It was a treatment. Don't believe the hype. You know, the media campaign full swing. You know, no, this drug, no, it's not going to work. Oh my God, no, it's giving false hope, blah, 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 Orange Man bad, yeah, right? And a viral drug for people with lupus running out after unproven link. And, you know, the media here trying to go through and claim that Italy and France are now prescribing hydrocloxine for beer bug patients. Despite its effectiveness is unknown. You know, obviously, you know, we won't worry about doing a study, though they did a small sample, but we're not going to worry about pushing this and possibly testing this for further because Trump's recommended it, so therefore it might be bad. For some reason my face rig stopped working. But at the end of the day, let's keep going. And here's a huge study, you know, a second France study by Dr. Renault finds a hydrocloxine and helped every patient in the study of 80-1. So out of 80 patients, 79 of them were treated by this drug that Trump had turned around and said was a possible way of combating this disease or this virus. And now someone on Twitter has gone through, just today actually, I think it was, today, 30th, and has gone through and put through a whole list of things here. Department of Regulatory Affairs, prescribing any kind of prescription must also be associated with a medical document showing proof. Right, then there's the Nevada governor, limits use of anti-malaria drugs for beer bug patients. We have this one here. Governors ban drugs for beer bug treatment after Trump mentions them. And Michigan's Democrat governor threatens all doctors and pharmacists who dispense hydrocloxine for beer bug. So you sort of get the idea. The mainstream media, the Democrats, you know, all working to one as, you know, there's no collusion of all, of course, but they're all working as one to sort of shut down this drug, this treatment, this possible way of treating beer bug. And I have my theories about why that is, but we'll get to that in a sec. Well, fast forward to today, FDA has given emergency authority of hydrocloxine use. Trump was right! Yet again. The Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, issued emergency authorization, I can't pronounce things, Sunday for hydroxychloroquine, a drug already used to treat malaria and other ailments, which has shown effectiveness against beer bug. Now, the reason why this was done so fast, right, was because this drug has already been passed by the FDA for malaria and arthritis and stuff like that. So they don't have to worry about possible side effects, getting the drug approved and everything like that, and those sort of wheels turn very slowly. So it's already been approved. So it's already a case of, hey, we have a drug that's already been approved. It's used for treating malaria, arthritis, and lupus, I think it was. So, and we've found that it also helps with beer bug. Can we just simply add that to the list? And obviously that is pretty quick. Because at the end of the day, they don't need to really worry about side effects or testing it again to see what side effects may be, because they already know, right? It's got all this experiment, it's all this history behind it. But it's weird how the mainstream media really didn't want this drug to come out. It's kind of like they're betting on America to fail, but regardless. But obviously Twitter has jumped in and has removed the tweet reporting hydroxychloroquine as a treatment for beer bug. Twitter removed a tweet from Fox News host Lauren Aram that suggests hospital using hydroxychloroquine as a treatment for beer bug are showing promising results, despite the FDA approval of the drug for emergency use. This has only happened today. Now, her tweet was here. Lenox Hill in New York, among many hospitals already using hydroxychloroquine with very promising results. One patient was described as Lazarus, who was seriously ill from beer bug, already released. Now, obviously we'd have to check the claim, but the crux of what she's saying here is that at the end of the day, beer bug is treatable with this combination of these two drugs. And obviously, you know, the mainstream media is ignoring this as much as they can. Independent media and smaller companies are obviously writing the actual right headlines. Trump was right. FDA issues emergency authorization of anti-malaria drug for beer bug. President Trump has been speaking about the possibility of using hydroxychloroquine, an old malaria drug, to help people with beer bug. The media bashed him for offering false hope when he talked about the possibilities, which they did. Turns out that Trump was right. The media made President Trump to be out the madman for suggesting the drug and claiming that he was doing more harm than good by even discussing it. One of the components of the drug is also found in fish tank cleaner, and when a married couple ingested fish tank cleaner out of fears of beer bug, the media blamed Trump and his false hope, which they did, for the husband dying when the wife becoming critically ill. The hysteria has gotten so bad, Democrat governors began forbidding doctors from using the drug to treat patients, which we've seen. Well, now the Food and Drug Administration has just issued an emergency authorization for hydroxychloroquine and chloroquine, I might be mispronouncing, for beer bug treatments. This further proves how crude, dangerous media is more interested in attacking President Trump than reporting on the truth. It also proves that the Dems are riddled with Trump derangement syndrome and are rooting for the virus, not America, which is a fairly accurate statement. But at the end of the day, the fact is that I can't wait for the compilation videos to come up on YouTube. For like the media literally going through and claiming that this is ridiculous, this is dangerous, this is giving false hope, and then literally the media approving, the FDA literally approving this drug treatment. It turns out that Trump was right on the money. He was right all along, which is no real big surprise for most of us here. The mainstream media does have a lot of Trump derangement syndrome. Now, I think there's a bit of twofold sort of action here. I think at the end of the day, they have Trump derangement syndrome and Orange Man bad, and subsequently they don't want Trump to be right, because if he's right, then it shows that he's a competent leader, and also at the end of the day, it also shows that he actually knows what he's doing, and they don't want that. They want him to be the madman, Trump's deranged sort of stuff, right? Projection. So I think that's the big part of it. But I also think at the end of the day, the Dems and the media want to use this crisis to push a narrative that a American health system can't handle this, that at the end of the day, that, to sort of damage Trump when it comes to the election, because look how he's handling the crisis. Also, at the end of the day, for example, with this whole beer bug thing, hey, if people die, oh my God, major my surprise, oh, what a shock sort of thing. And I think they're not only Trump derangement syndrome, but I also think secretly they're trying to hope that this that this disease is around a little bit longer, because it crashes the economy, and there's a whole bunch of reasons why they want this disease to be around a lot longer. And if Trump starts handing out this or talking about this treatment, and all of a sudden people start going out there and actually taking it, and they kick this beer bug to the curb, and all of a sudden, the American government is back up and running, and the economy is back up and running, and then we have the election again, people are going to go, well, geez, Trump, he might be a little bit crass, but geez, he really knocked that beer bug on its butt, didn't he? And of course, the media will then turn around and claim that it wasn't Trump, it was the doctors, presumably. It's sad, we know how they're going to react, but anyway. But yeah, I think that's the main reason why they want this bug to be around. They want it to be around a lot longer. And God forbid anybody talking about it in a positive way of possibly curing it or getting rid of it is bad news. It's Orange Man bad and bad news, because we want this bug to be around a lot longer. We want this crisis that we've manufactured to be all that we want it to be, because at the end of the day, it's good for them. It's good for ratings, it's good for papers, it's good for news. And at the end of the day, it's good for the Dems when it comes to the election. So there's a whole myriad of reasons why I think they're secretly cheering on this virus. You literally have the mainstream media and Dems backing a virus over. It's basically beer bug, media, and Democrats versus Trump and America right now. That's the way I see this whole situation. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Do you think at the end of the day that I'm misreading this? Do you think at the end of the day the media is just trying to sell papers? Or do you think they actually want this bug to be around a lot longer? Do you think it's very much them versus America? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, we'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.